What's going on, guys? I am Ben from NolanTCG, and today we are here with the top 5 budget cards that you should pick up from Duel Overload. So all of the cards in this video are going to be under $5. I actually think individually they're under $2, but there are some playsets that we're going to be recommending, so that could bump it up a little bit. Something that is a bit out of the ordinary though is this is the first video you are seeing my face. So we are going to be looking at doing some facecam stuff in the future. In April, we're hoping to be going to the OCG, given that we have the virus and stuff going around the world. May not be happening, but as long as we're good to go, we're good to go. It'll just come down to like travel restrictions and stuff like that as to what's going to be happening with that. Keep an eye out on the 31st of March. We're going to be putting up a video just to say what's going on, if we are going, what's going to be happening on the channel while I'm away, as well as what's going to be happening when we come back. We're hoping to do some like tours and stuff, but we'll get into the details of that as we get closer. But as always, if you are new here, please do remember to hit that subscribe button down below. We're always happy to have new people, and let's get into the list. So in this top 5, we have 3 cards that are OCG imports and 2 cards that are reprints. So we're going to be kind of staggering them out in like 5, 3, and 1 are going to be imports. 4 and 2 are going to be reprints, but yeah, we'll stagger this out and I'll let you know. Okay, so starting us off at number 5, we have Artifact Agdal. So Artifact Agdal has a lot of potential. Unlike a lot of cards in this set, it's not an apology card. It's supporting a strategy that kind of just needed more support in the artifacts. It could end up becoming very relevant in stun strategies, as well as the artifacts themselves could turn them into a full-blown deck that actually functions a lot better than what it does now. And at the moment, they're floating around at $2 here in Australia. So like in America, they're probably like under $1. So there's no harm in picking this up. It's a great investment looking forward. Who knows, it could skyrocket and then you could be stuck staring at a $6 card if you ever want to play it. Could go even higher than that. Okay, so next up at number 4, we have Cerebus, the Ancient and Ascended. So Cerebus has seen some very high prices in its time. Here in Australia, it has gotten above $20 quite a few times in its run, given that it was only a secret rare and missed out on its reprints. So definitely pick up a playset. It's looking at around $2 at the moment in Australia. That's like pre-order prices, so it's only going to get cheaper as we go forward. In America, I'm sure you're looking at under $5 on a playset. Here, you're looking at $6 to start off. It's a great thing to pick up 3 of, especially going into Master Rule 5. It does have its formats where targeting is a thing, and it can be seen as kind of targeting protection, which is essentially what it is. It's a hand trap that protects from targeting. So it's a great thing to have just in case we move into a format that is heavy on targeting. We already have a lot of like negation that targets, but if we do move into a very heavy format, it's definitely a card you want to have. Given that it's also searchable with Herald of the Arclight, in Master Rule 5, you are going to need it if you're looking to play synchro decks that are going to use Herald. It's a great thing you can search midway through a combo, or you use the Herald effect and then you get off the search to get the Cerebus, protect your board a little bit more. It's just going to be an excellent thing to have. Okay, so next up at number 3, we have Armile, the Starguide Dragon. So Armile is going to be a great card in Master Rule 5, given that you don't need to worry about the fact that it can't be used as link material. You can just kind of pop it up in your extra monster zone, vomit a card from your hand onto the board and keep going. Given that you don't really need it anymore after that, you can just kind of let it sit there. It does have 1400 attack, so it's not massive. Like, it can get punched over pretty easily, but you're not going to be stressing massively. You're going to vomit out a huge board if you're using this card, so don't even worry. At the moment, it's floating around. Let me get a price on this one. What were we? At the moment, here in Australia, they're floating around at dollars, so definitely pick this up. It's the sort of card you just want to have, given that it's that cheap. If it ever skyrockets, you just want to have it. Like, you don't want to be sitting here looking at a card that's $10 in the future. You could have had it at dollars on launch. Like, why not pick it up? Okay, next up at number 2, we have Dec Lockdown. So Dec Lockdown does see its formats from time to time where people are siding it or maining it. Just comes down to the time. Of course, it is going to look nice as a... I think it's ultra rare. I think this is an ultra rare set. Quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But I do believe it is an ultra rare, so it's going to look great to have a playset of ultras. At the moment, it's 70 cents, so there is no excuse to not pick up a playset of this. It is very budget. I'm sure in America you can probably find them. $1.50 will get you a playset on launch. You don't need to worry about it. Just pick them up. It's going to be an excellent card just to have sitting around, because you could need it at times. Okay, so last off at number 1, we have Jinke Ashima. I hope I said that right because it took me a lot of tries. So this card has amazing potential at what it does, given that you can just have a card in your hand, drop it on board, get out another equal level, go into a rank, whatever you want it to be, and just keep going from there is going to be great. The fact that this card is only $2 at the moment is really, really good. This is a card you want to have. If this was in its own main set, this card could easily fetch $50 plus if it was a secret rare. So this is something that you definitely want to have at launch, because if you don't and it skyrockets, you are going to be kicking yourself. Additionally, the fact that it gets that free pop if you use an Xyz that it points to's effect is just great. If you make a card that you're going to be triggering on your opponent's turn anyway, hell, if you make a Tornado Dragon with this card pointing to it, it's just going to be great against back row decks. You can just use the Tornado Dragon, pop a card, trigger this, pop another card. It's just going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so thank you for tuning in for the top 5. If you do have any budget cards that you reckon we should pick up, please comment them down below. I'm sure everyone will have a read, and if you have any suggestions, that'd be much appreciated. As always, I have said it earlier, but please do remember to hit that subscribe button. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Get that monetization. But, as always, I have been Ben from NolanTCG. Have a good afternoon, everybody.